What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm actually driving my mom's truck into work. She has been telling me that she's been hearing some creaking noises, or some, not squeaks, but more of a creak, come from under the floorboard on the front of the vehicle of her 2017 Chevy Tahoe Premier. And I can hear it too. So today I'm going to try to take some time up here at work, and probably during my lunch hour, and put the truck up on the lift, check out the whole front suspension, check out the U-joints and all that stuff, grease points, and see if it needs any of that maintenance, because I don't think my mom's gone to do any of that maintenance since 2017, so it may possibly need to be addressed. Not entirely sure, but we will be checking that out today, because yeah, I can kind of hear that creak. It's like, it's a weird sound. But anyway, let's go ahead and roll the intro, and I'll tell you guys real quick about what I did with the suspension on this truck already. First and foremost, hopefully you guys can forgive my camera angle. I'm actually having to balance you guys right here on my cup because there's no GoPro mount anywhere in here. But before I talk about that suspension real quick, one thing I've read, and she's been having this issue since she had her battery changed, is like the radio freaks out. It cycles through all kinds of functions on its own. I haven't even touched it, and like there's functions that'll come up here on the center information center. You can hear that creaking. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, for some reason this needs to be a recall for Chevy. I don't know what the deal is, Chevy, GMC, what have you, but I'd like to figure out what it is. If it's a fuse, ground, I don't know. But at some point, I'll probably address that and see if I can probably fix it. I don't know. But yeah, there's no GoPro mount. Alright, about the suspension on this vehicle. This is one of the reasons why I absolutely hate dealerships. Alright, we were driving along pretty close to a year ago. And I noticed that the front of her truck would stay at damn near nosedive. You know, the front of the truck was like squatted, like it had airbag systems, and it was dropped. And on the back, the back end of the vehicle was raised as high as it could possibly go. These vehicles, if you're not aware, the Chevy Tahoe Premiers have air ride systems. That and StabiliTrak, I think. So it's a special type of shock that's up front, or suspension in the front, and a completely isolated suspension system in the back. You got airbags in the back. Okay. Well, what happened was, I told her, I said, this vehicle, it rides like it's on rails. It's bouncing everywhere, and it's not supposed to do that. She said, yes, it is. I said, no, it's not. I said, you need to check this out. Take it into the dealership, because I guarantee that back end is... It needs to be addressed. Well, it turns out I was right. When she took it up to the dealership basically said that her airbags in the back were in full lock. They were fully inflated, and they refused to deflate. So we thought it was probably a valve issue, because they have some kind of release valve or purge valve or something. Okay, fine. Well, they said that you really need to replace these. There's no sense in trying to fix it. You need to replace them. Got it. So they went through the rest of the vehicle with a couple other items, like oil change and air filters and all that crap. The dealership wanted to charge my mom $4,000 to replace the entire suspension alone on this vehicle. $4,000. Now, who in the absolute would want to pay $4 grand to replace a suspension that's simple? I can understand like industrial suspension, but $4,000? Come on. I know for a fact they were trying their best to take advantage of my mom, and that pissed me off. So, knowing me, I went and I did some shopping. And I found the exact same suspension for, I think it was like $417. Alright, exact same suspension, brand new. And believe it or not, I bought that directly from GM. So that dealership can just suck it, because I replaced the stuff myself. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely can't stand dealerships, is they try to just rake you over the coals and take your hard-earned money for crap that can be done for a fraction of the cost. Not going to make this video any longer than it really has to be. It's really not going to be of making repairs and stuff. It's more of troubleshooting and finding out where that creaking is coming from, and a little bit of a backstory of the suspension on this vehicle. All right, guys. Well, I am now in the garage. Got my mom's Tahoe in here, up on the lift. We're fixing to go up and check out what's going on underneath. So let's take a quick little gander underneath the truck. But first, all right, everything is all locked on the hydraulics, which is good. This is my first time up underneath my mom's truck. Man, they got one, two, looks like three mufflers on this, one in the back. And then they got two catalytic converters. I'm not seeing any leaks, which is good. Yeah. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. So we're gonna pull this back. This oil reserve feels like it's full. Alright, I'm up underneath the front of the truck, and right away I see one thing that I don't like, and that's this right here. Can I move it? Yep. That's a sway bar. So I can move for sway bar. Really shouldn't be able to do that. And then on this side, I can wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Move that all over the place. That's really not supposed to move, but that's not the creaking I'm listening for. The one thing I also noticed is, see that shock? See that wetness? It's wet. God, tell me that. I really hope that shock isn't blown out. I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, it looks like it. It's wet on the inside of that shock tower. So that's not good. There's no grease fittings for these O-rings, not O-rings, U-joints. God dang it, I can't do this today, my God. Ball joints. The ball joints look like they're in really good shape, so that's fine. Oh, I got a big old cavity up in here. That shock, that one looks like it's in good shape, but the other side is leaking. I don't understand that. I wonder if that spring is crooked. It shouldn't be. It has no business being crooked. No, it looks like it's on there, right? Interesting. Well, yeah, that right there I don't like. This this garbage. This garbage right here. So I need to tighten that down. So let me get some tools and see if I can tighten that down. That's for the sway bar. But as for the rest of the creaking, I wonder if it's these shocks. I wonder. Now we're gonna check under here. Excuse me. Take a gander under the hood. Let's see what we can see. I'm looking for like threads that are backed off, and that does not look like anything has backed off. It doesn't look like it's not supposed to, so that's good. Sorry if that light's a little too bright for y'all. That's mucho better. The inner fender drapes over that, so that's what you see. It's not walled out or anything. I'm not seeing any other leaks, which is good. Yeah, I like the design of the headers on this. I was looking at the exhaust pipe design for this vehicle too. I like how they have the Y pipe coming together into a single collector. All right, so let's check this side too. Nothing's moved. It looks fine. I don't see any problems. Oh, let's check her fluids while we're in here. Yeah, she's just a touch low, but that's fine. That still works fine. Check her battery connections, make sure they're not loose, which they're nice and tight. It's nice and tight. Perfect. I mean, honestly, guys, I can't find anything wrong with this thing. Besides the front shocks, I noticed that the front shock on the driver's side looks like it is leaking a little bit. And then there's one that's over on the passenger side. It does not look like it's leaking. But I think tonight, just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and shop for 2 front shocks for this truck and have those swapped out, because it's very possible I got bad shocks on this. It's very possible. I don't know, it's possible. As for the rear is doing just fine. I've got no issues with the bag system or the air ride on this. And looks like we're pretty much wrapped up for this today. Future videos are coming out for the brush guard. I'm sure you guys haven't seen me do anything with my truck yet. I've yet to get to it, but I will. I've already purchased new lights for this. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun on that, getting a little excited, but it's all right. I will be making some adjustments, but yep, looks like Mom's truck is good to go for right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a wrap for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as much as I had making it. It's a little bit of story time, a little bit of checking up on Mom's truck. Just gotta do what I gotta do. Until the next video, y'all take it easy. I love you. Goodbye.